Hey guys, Dylan Tommy here. Just gonna shoot a daytime Mbuna update. Let's check out these guys. Haven't showed you them in a couple days. Things are pretty cool in here. Just gonna do a quick little update. And they're about to get their first feeding of the day, but I'm kind of holding off just to film them for a little bit, check them out, give you guys an Mbuna update. If you check out the rock-scape, it's really filled in since the last shift. You see all the algae has kind of filled in, and you don't see too many breaks in the scape right here. This patch of rock had another rock on top of it, and it kind of fell down here, and I like the way it's kind of right there. It's another kind of piece to Tug's territory. And as far as the territory issues, it's been very cool. Everybody's been very peaceful, even Tug and Mr. Man. And look at Mr. Man will even head over to this area and not have too much problems with Tugboat. Look at him. He's back to ruling the tank. And what it is Tug has a lot of other fish hanging in this area since this latest rock change. I have both the OB, the red top, the Aratus, all try to get right on this side of the tank, right between that little, there's a bit of an overhang. You see how this rock kind of heads up to the right? So they feel safe when they kind of get down in here, especially this guy. Subscribers have been calling him Nubs, and I think that's great. Why not? Let's just call this guy Nubs. He's never had a name before, and he's always been at the bottom of the order and has, been brutalized by most of the other fish, and he hangs tough. So he is definitely Nubs, and wish I could shout out the fan who said it, but this OB's now Nubs, and why not? He's hanging tight. Like I said, he's at the bottom. Someone's got to be at the bottom. Why not Nubs? But yeah, I do like the way the rockscape is kind of filled in, the algae look. I mean, when it didn't look, all defined, all uniform, it's not the best look for the tank when the rocks are broken up. It looks a lot more natural like this, and the fish seem to dig it much more. Look at Wally, he's getting so beast mode. And he's actually getting fat rather than long. For a while he was just mainly growing long, and now you can see him putting a little bit of girth on. But if we're going to talk about growth, we've got to talk about the red top, because this guy is coming up. He's going straight to the top. Look at him. He's actually kind of hanging up at the top of the tank and not very colored up right now, and not acting so tough. But when he does, and you see those defined bars and that, red top dorsal fin come up, ooh, he is a pretty tough guy. And like I said, I expect him to come right up to the top of the order, because look at his size already, The fish grow well in this tank anyways because of their diet, the feeding schedule, and, the parameters in their water changes. But he's got, he's climbed in the order just as fast as Wally. And I think he's a little tougher than Wally, or he's willing to tango. He's got it figured out. He knows how to kind of get into the rockscape, do his thing, and then kind of head up to the surface away from danger. But it's the same show. We know who's at the top of the order, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Got the Aratus just below Mr. Man and Tug, and then the Mason Eye. He's like the untouchable. The little dwarf the Mason Eye goes wherever he wants again. And for a while I was worried about him because the red top coming up and they kind of resembled each other a little bit. But Mr. Man's been cool. And all these other big dogs have been just fine. And like I said, the news is this red top. Smallest fish in the tank, and he's going right to the top. He really is. And a little shark bait back here. Just grateful that he hasn't really become the bottom of the order, because they'll tear him up again, and that's something I don't want to happen. It's okay that, Nubs gets a little beat on, because he's a bulldog and he can take it, like I said. And he's not likely to ever grow that tail back, because it's been a while since they kind of nipped it off, and he just, devotes his energy to, being alive rather than growing that tail back, which is likely just going to be nipped off again. But like I said, someone's got to be at the bottom of the order, and it's Nubs. But I wanted to give you guys a look at this tank and the scape. Like I said, the algae's filled in. I like the look a little bit better, And there's my man doing his thing. right in the middle of the tank, regulating his home. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll do a planted tank update. I got some stuff going on out in the planted tanks. I like to update you guys. So I'll say this is the Mbuna. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Peace.